Bakashki, the last bench. A heart-touching story of a boy, a bench, and a dream. In a quiet little village surrounded by green hills and dusty roads, there stood an old school, paint fading, windows cracked, but filled with the sound of young dreams. Among the rows of eager children sat a boy named Rafik, always in the same place, the last bench. He didn't sit there by choice. He sat there because the world around him told him he belonged in the shadows. His uniform was always old and faded, his slippers worn out, and his lunchbox often empty. But his eyes carried a world that no one cared to look into. Rafik's father had died in a flash flood that washed away their crops and dreams alike. His mother, a woman of immense strength and silence, worked day and night as a maid in nearby houses just to keep the family alive. Rafik had 2 younger sisters. He'd often give away his share of rice to them at night, lying to his mother that he had eaten at school. But Rafik had a secret. He loved books. He would borrow tattered old novels from the school library and sit under the broken streetlight near his house every night. His eyes danced across pages while mosquitoes buzzed, while hunger clawed at his stomach. He didn't want to be rich. He wanted to be a teacher. But life wasn't fair. Most teachers at school barely noticed him. Some even scolded him for not bringing notebooks or paying fees on time. His classmates mocked him for his smell, his bare feet, his silence. They laughed, but he stayed quiet, because deep inside he knew words were stronger than noise. One day, everything began to change. A new teacher arrived, Mr. Salim. He was young, warm, and his eyes searched not just for answers, but for unspoken pain. Within a week, he noticed Rafik. Noticed how he never spoke but always listened, how he answered every question silently in his notebook. One afternoon, Mr. Salim asked Rafik to stay after class. "I've read your essay," he said, holding a crumpled paper. "You wrote about teaching the poor. Why?" Rafik didn't look up. "Because I am poor." The next day, Mr. Salim brought him an old bag, some used books, and a clean pair of shoes. It was the first time Rafik cried, not out of pain, but out of kindness. From that day forward, things began to shift. Rafik studied harder. He topped the class in mathematics, then in literature. His essays began to be pinned on the school wall. Some classmates still mocked him, but now they noticed he was becoming someone. But life, with all its cruelty, came knocking again. Just a month before his board exams, Rafik's mother fell seriously ill. The village doctor shook his head. She needed treatment in the city. With no savings, no relatives, and no choice, Rafik did what most wouldn't. He quit school. He started working at a tea stall on the highway. From sunrise to midnight, he served tea, washed cups, and watched buses full of students go by. Every time a student smiled, he smiled too. Every time he saw a school bag, he felt a pinch in his chest. Mr. Salim came looking for him. "Why didn't you come to me, Rafik?" Rafik looked away. "Sir, dreams can wait, but my mother's breath can't." Years passed. Mr. Salim retired. The school benches changed, but one bench remained untouched in his memory, the last one. One morning, a young man walked into the school's dusty office. He wore a simple white shirt, carried a bag, and had the same eyes, quiet, sharp, familiar. It was Rafik. He had worked days, nights, years, saved every penny. His mother recovered. He returned to school later, passed his exams, and went to college through scholarships. And now, he came back not as a student, but as a teacher. When he entered his first classroom, he paused for a moment. There it was, the last bench, empty, waiting. He smiled. This time, he didn't walk past it. He placed his hand on it and whispered, "I came back."